Well, hello. Today's movie is the 1987 sequel to American Ninja 2, The Confrontation. On a small Caribbean island, ninjas are kidnapping the Marines from the U.S. Embassy. So naturally, Sergeant Joe Armstrong and his friend Sergeant Jackson are sent to investigate. They are invited for water skiing with the Marines, but the traitor in the Marines manages to arrange the ninjas to try and capture Armstrong. Armstrong, though, manages to easily fight them off using his ninja skills. He then makes contact with the traitor and arranges a meeting at the local tavern. It is there he finds out that the Lion, a local drug dealer, is responsible for all these kidnappings. The traitor, of course, is assassinated by the ninjas. Later, at a governor's ball, they meet the Lion and a young woman who accuses him of kidnapping her father. She is taken away by the corrupt police. Armstrong and Jackson go after her and rescue her at this sleazy tavern. They find out that her father is a captive of the Lion and forced to work for him. So they go to Blackbeard Island to rescue him. They infiltrate the place as ninjas and find out the Lion is building an army of ninjas, using the girl's father to genetically produce super ninjas. Jackson convinces the Marines to assault the island. And while they're doing this, Armstrong manages to free the captive Marines, where they get into a fight with the ninjas. And pretty much most of the captives are killed, but Armstrong, being such a super ninja, prevails. The Marines take over the island, and the professor blows up the laboratory, while Joe Armstrong defeats the main super ninja bad guy in a final duel. So, this is another canon film, and it's a sequel to American Ninja. You can find the link to my review for that first movie. And of course, it brought back Michael Dudikoff and Steve James. And once again, he's an American ninja who's fighting an evil guy who's building an army of ninjas, just like the first movie. In fact, there's a lot similar to the first movie. And then there's this movie, of course, was only made $4 million at the box office compared to the $10.5 that the first movie made. But I'm sure, the vast amount of money that Canon was making was video rentals and cable TV. I mean, that's where all their money kind of went. This is where I first saw the movie, like on a cable TV channel. And I watched the first. I found the second one first before the first one. They're playing the second and third movies. The film was filmed in Johannesburg, Cape Town, and the small nation of Mauritius, which is a small island in the Indian Ocean. And as I said, this is basically, the first one was a great success, so they decided to do it again. And, it's kind of more or less a remake of the first movie. Joe Armstrong and his buddy Steve James go this time to a Caribbean island to fight more ninjas. And of course, it's an evil guy who, is building up this huge army of ninjas. And, at the end, they also find out the big weakness of ninjas, which are guys with automatic rifles. Because they basically just slaughter them. Just like the first movie. So, ninjas are a bit overrated. These little color-coded ninja armies look cool, but I think you're better off spending your money maybe just, investing in some good weapons and trained mercenaries or something. Because they don't really have much staying power when it comes to a fight. But, I guess that wouldn't be a fun movie then. You didn't have the ninjas. And of course, I love this movie. It's a fun movie. I mean, I think a reviewer said it shamelessly ripped off Dr. No and Star Wars. Okay, well, I can see Dr. No kind of vaguely, but I guess the Star Wars reference was that there was this one scene where, he communes with his late dead master, and that was kind of the same like Luke Skywalker, talking to Obi-Wan Kenobi. That was a little stretch there. But, it's a fun movie. It's enjoyable. You don't have to do much thinking about it. And I just, like I say, I love these movies. And, like Steve James is great. He seems to be having way too much fun. He used to really loved his work. And, yeah, this is just another fun canon movie. If you want something fun to watch, that doesn't require much brain power, yeah, go for it. So, if you stuck with me this long, I thank you. You're a unique individual.